guys, today we're going to be reacting to a video from Mr. Nightmare. I'm going to put that down in the description. YouTubers who did horrible things. And, these are like from 2014, and y'all could go check it out if you want. And I never reacted to a video on here, and I thought this would be pretty good to watch, so yeah, let's just go right into the video in 3, 2, 1, go.
There are all kinds of people on YouTube. It's a place where anyone can vent to an audience or express themselves. That's why these stories of YouTubers turned killers are especially disturbing, as their video histories, in a sense, document their descents into madness.
That's Randy Stare. That's insane. These dudes are insane too. I bet.
Creating videos in his car, often telling of his depression for not being able to attract girls and how life was unfair. In most of his videos, Elliot displayed narcissistic tendencies by expressing his confusion and why girls don't pay him any mind despite his self-described good looks, good personality, nice car, and sense of fashion.
I've been attending college in Santa Barbara for about 2.5 years now. In those 2.5 years, I've experienced nothing but loneliness and misery. My problem is girls. There are so many beautiful girls here.
Bet there are.
But none of them give me a chance. And I don't know why. I don't know why you girls are so repulsed by me. It doesn't make sense. I do everything I can to appear attractive to you.
It's gotta be fake.
Dress nice.
You think it would be fake.
Sophisticated and magnificent.
Trust me, it would surprise you, I think.
Got a nice
Probably.
car,
I don't know.
BMW.
I don't know what would surprise you.
Well, nicer than some of the people at my college. You know, I'm polite. I am the ultimate gentleman.
This dude's just full of himself, isn't he?
And yet, you girls never give me a chance. I don't
Heartburn.
know why.
Heartburn
On May
sucks.
23rd, 2014, Elliot uploaded a
feels like
video to his YouTube channel, once
stinging
again
right
complaining
now.
about how females would throw
Right here.
themselves at obnoxious men over
Heartburn.
himself, and that they would be punished for not showing him interest.
The last 8 years of my life, ever since I've hit puberty, I've been forced to endure an existence of loneliness, rejection, and unfulfilled desires, all because girls have never been attracted to me. I don't know why you girls aren't attracted to me, but I will punish you all for it. It's an injustice, a crime, because I don't know what
Because you're lonely,
perfect
and
guy. And yet you throw yourselves at all these obnoxious men instead of me, the supreme
Jesus Christ, this guy's dumb.
punish all of you for it.
That same day, Elliot made headlines for killing
That's the
6
reason why he
people
can't
and
be
injuring
girlfriends,
14
because he's
near
insane.
the University of California, Santa Barbara, in the infamous 2014 Isla Vista massacre before taking his own life after a police pursuit. On that day, he stabbed 3 men in his apartment, and about 3 hours later, he drove to a sorority house, and after failing to get inside, shot 3 women outside, and later shot a male student in a nearby deli. Elliot would later speed through Isla Vista and get into a gunfire exchange with police, suffering a non-fatal wound to the gut. During the police pursuit,
Wow.
Elliot would fire at the police from his vehicle and
Just
hit
so he
people
couldn't
with his
get a
car.
girlfriend.
After crashing into a parked vehicle,
Did all of
Elliot
this.
took his own life with the same gun he'd been using. Perhaps
Dude
what
must
makes
have
it
been
scarier
desperate, man.
than any other murder spree is that the fact that Elliot's final video shows him outlining the details about his upcoming attacks in an attempt to punish women for rejecting him and to punish sexually active men for living a more enjoyable life than his.
On the day of retribution, I am going to enter the hottest sorority house of UCS.
The hottest sorority.
I will slaughter every single spoiled, stuck-up blonde I see inside there. I will take great pleasure in slaughtering all of you.
I'm glad this dude's dead. Okay? I'm
You
just
will finally see
gonna say that for everyone.
true
Like, this
Imperial.
dude's insane.
The true alpha male.
After the video was made public, Roger
That's
emailed
such
a
a
lengthy
weird-
autobiographical manuscript to approximately a dozen acquaintances and family members. The document, which he titled My Twisted World, was made available on the internet. In it, he described his childhood, family conflicts, frustration over not being able to find a girlfriend, his hatred of women, his contempt for minorities, and his plan for what he described as retribution.
Pervert.
It goes down to be perhaps the most well-known example of a YouTuber turned killer.
Don't say that. Don't say YouTuber gone killer.
Trey Sessler, better known as Lenscap Productions or Mr. Anime, was an anime and film enthusiast who once reviewed anime on YouTube.
Well, today I'm reviewing Maple Story. Let's get right to the Maple Story. There's a legendary tree that lives on Maple Island. Well, it used to live there. It was destroyed a long, long time ago.
Back in 2006, Trey was known for basically
This was,
kickstarting the YouTube
wow,
anime
long time,
community with his
15
reviews.
years. Felt like
He
a long time
helped
for me.
inspire some of the biggest names in the
that's
anime
when I was
community,
born.
and was generally considered to be a very well-known personality on the internet.
Well, late.
But
you know,
somewhere
so-
along the way, Trey's videos transitioned from being about normal things like anime, video games, and even talking about guns, to videos about serial killers, killing animals, and using real guns. In February 2012, he announced that he was taking a break for 2 to 3 weeks to reward himself for his work.
This is just an update video to let you guys know that I'm going to reward myself with probably a 2 or 3 week break coming up here from YouTube videos, anime reviews in particular. I might do some blog stuff. I want to thank you guys a lot for sticking with me and watching the channel. I got more subscribers than ever. I have more views than ever, and everything is going really good.
On March 20th, 2012, Trey took the lives of his mother, father, and older brother Mark. After committing
Why?
the acts, he wrote on the walls, "Why did I do this? I love my mom, dad, and brother."
Then why'd you
Trey's
do it?
fascination with guns was seen early on, but nobody could have ever suspected he would commit the heinous acts he did. Friends even described him as a highly intelligent and kind-hearted guy. Interrogations found that he had actually done what he did to his
Just
family to spare
wipe
them
that
with knowing
away.
that he planned to target Waller Junior High School, with his goal being to have at least 70 victims.
I would protect him with my life.
So that'd be like what?
Um,
Like 11% of the school?
if anyone was gonna
Wait, no.
hurt, it was gonna be
Like
me. Or they were
1/11th of the school.
first immediate human targets in my
Why?
life. If I was gonna go out
That's
and
kind of
do
a...
anything, they
Okay.
would have to go. And I'm like, there's my opportunity. Go ahead, go get him.
A close friend of Trey's, Tyler Adams,
You shouldn't
claimed
have
that
listened to
Trey's
that.
mind had
You
gone
don't
astray
listen
over
to your
the
mind
years.
sometimes.
The only true
Your
sign
mind
of
could
his
be
decline
dumb.
was that his videos and movies would get more and more violent as time passed. Once he was arrested, Trey was sentenced to life in prison. In late 2020, his channel was terminated.
Wow. Good.
Samantha Walford is a former YouTuber who aspired to become an actress. Samantha was a mother of 5, married to her husband Ernie, whose relationship she documented in her
She's
YouTube
trying to make
videos.
YouTube videos.
She would
and
constantly
become
complain
actress.
about her husband working all the time, even though they had 5 children
I
to
don't really see how
support.
that's gonna work,
She
but
would also complain about his
What do
love
I
for
know?
playing video games. In fact, the reason for their marriage was because in 2014, the couple got into a fight over Ernie's gaming character marrying a female character online, and so Samantha threatened to leave Ernie, but to end the battle, he asked her to marry him. Samantha would complain that there was no thrill in her life, and that she wanted to be a famous actress. On the night of February 20th, 2015, Samantha would give her
Trying to be a
5
famous
children high
actress.
dosages of Ambien so that they could sleep through what was going to happen that night. Samantha had
Trying to
hired
drug
3
your
men
kids?
to kidnap
Wow.
and murder her husband. The 3 men would enter the home, and before abducting him, they would beat and whip Ernie in front of his wife. Ernie pleaded and begged them not to hurt his family during
don't
this
say the F word.
process.
It's bad.
No one
No
listened.
F word.
They then dragged him out to the middle of the woods where they killed him. Once
No
an
F words.
investigation went into
No.
place, Samantha was interrogated. However, police didn't buy her story. During the interrogation process, Samantha tried to point the authorities in the direction of Jonathan Sanford, one of the 3 kidnappers, claiming that she met him at the hospital
hear
while
my dad
visiting a
whistle?
friend, and that he took offense upon hearing about her husband's abusive behavior. Sanford was arrested along with his brother Jose Antonio Ponce, and the two were charged with aggravated kidnapping.
They spelled
However, the
Ponce
two men
wrong.
were able to provide proof
It's
that
with an
Samantha
S.
was the mastermind behind the plan, along with a third kidnapper, Octavius Rhymes.
Closed captions on YouTube spells almost everything wrong.
Her relationship with me, Tay, and my sister-in-law and all that, and me trying to talk to her and help her out and all that because she seems like a good person to me. She was explaining to me how he treats the kids and all that. If I ever see it, or if I happen to be around, or if I ever see her with bruises or the kids with bruises, that. So yeah, I said I'd whoop his ass. I did say I'd hospitalize him. I'ma put you down.
Well, you're going to
You
be
can't come
first
back up.
on the suspect list.
Jonathan brings the sheriff to Ernie's body, a remote location in the woods. Ernie was in his boxers, having been beaten to the point that he was no longer coherent, right before Ponce shot him in the back of the head. The three men had initially planned to plant
The hell's
drugs in
wrong?
Ernie's vehicle
What's
and
wrong
call
with
the
them?
cops on him.
Like, literally?
However, things changed when Samantha requested that they just kill him. Samantha denied knowing the three men that did this, but her phone records would eventually prove otherwise. Having been in contact with all three of them before the murder, Samantha was sentenced to 99 years in prison.
Damn!
Many believed that she
You
did
might
this
as well
for
be
fame,
dead at that
while
point.
others
Jesus.
thought that Samantha did this
99
because
years
Ernie
in
threatened
prison?
to leave her and take the children with him.
Might as well just
Being a
say
mother
it's
who put her
life
children
because,
through neglect for
yeah,
a YouTube
99
channel
years in
was
prison?
clearly not
Jeez.
something Ernie was willing to settle for.
unless you're like 130 something, or however old you were at that time.
Randy Robert Stair, who called himself
Oh, I heard
Andrew
this one.
Blaze, was a
I'll
YouTuber
just
who
let y'all
worked at
listen.
Weiss Markets. He had kept detailed videos, recordings, and journals leading up to what he'd eventually do on his YouTube channel called Pioneers Productions, but also to other social media
This dude's
profiles
insane.
and online forums. In these uploads, he expressed his willingness to end his own life while addressing the personal tragedies he's experienced, which led him to a depression. He would also begin to question his gender identity.
The more I wore girl clothes, the more I felt like that was who I was. Like I felt like I was a girl, and I found out that I was. I was never meant to be a guy. I was just a female soul trapped in a man's body my whole life.
And as he continued his downward spiral, he would begin to provide detailed explanations of his plans for carrying out a shooting, and explained his belief that these murders would allow him to cross over to an animated world he'd imagined. Randy also
I
had
get
a
that
concerning
kids get
obsession
bullied,
with the
but
Columbine
why
High
did they
School
have to shoot the
massacre,
whole school?
and seemed to look up to the
Like, just fight the
perpetrators,
bully,
Dylan and
or
Eric,
if you're
as
gonna
his
do
heroes.
anything, just kill the bully.
Randy's YouTube channel featured
don't
short sketches and
hurt other
collaborations
people
he had
that
done with
did
other
nothing
content creators.
to them.
But in 2014,
It's just-
due to a number of alleged
it's
unfortunate
dumb.
events that had happened in his life, Randy explained to his
If it were
audience
me,
that he'd
I
be
would just
taking
fight the
his
bully.
content in a different direction.
Or at least try
This
to,
led
I
to
don't
the
know.
creation of Ember's Ghost Squad, a series based on a fictional character from the Nickelodeon show
But if
Danny
you are gonna
Phantom,
kill anyone,
due to
kill
his
the bully.
obsession with the character Ember
Don't
McLean.
involve anyone else
The night
that did
before the
nothing.
shooting, Randy uploaded a final video titled Westboro High Massacre. In it, he describes his hatred towards the people involved with the series because of how he believes they screwed him over. It then featured an animated sequence depicting him and one of the characters from Ember's Ghost Squad firing
just gonna
into
blur
a fictional
that.
high school, before ending with montages of previous videos explaining the motives behind the shooting.
But my life's not been the greatest. We've all got problems. It's not just me. Everybody does.
Don't just shoot
And
people that did
sometimes those
nothing.
things
You
just
get
make you make
like
bad choices.
The next day, Randy arrived for his late-night shift at Weiss Markets.
I'm just so
during closing
disappointed
time
how
around
these
11
people
p.m.
reacted to this type of shit.
Randy went to the back of the store to the crew area and blocked an emergency exit at the far back of the store. He then continued with his duties, stocking shelves and cleaning up from the previous day. Randy then went back to the crew area in the back of the store, blocked the remaining exits, then locked the automatic doors at the main entrance to the store. He then pulled out 2 shotguns that he had concealed in a duffel bag and walked around the store and took the lives of 3 co-workers. One co-worker who managed to survive and escape called the police, but by the time police had arrived, Randy had already taken his own life.
Well, that was it. So yeah, let's just stop that. So this sure was an interesting video, but I'm just so I'm so disappointed that people do this type of stuff to other people, even people that did nothing They just, like, school shooters and stuff, they just shoot other people that didn't really do much of anything to them. Well, that was surely an interesting video by Mr. Nightmare. If y'all want to go check him out, go ahead. He has 5 million subscribers, so make him get to 6 million if he can. He's at 5.889 million, so he's getting pretty close to 6 million. So anyways, hope y'all liked the video. If you did, slap that like button and share if you want, or subscribe. And yeah, I guess I'll see you on next video. Oh, I haven't posted in a while. I'm sorry about that, if anyone was, watching. But yeah, peace.
I like this.